speculation, getting us squared away up here on our speculation.
Neither of these drivers has ever won a race here at Darlington.
Did he close up on the back bumper or what?
I think he closed up quicker than he expected to.
In fact, it may have given Jeff a run here toward the lead. He's going to take it. Gordon goes for the lead in turn 3.
Let's see if he slides up. No, he didn't slide up. Not enough for Rusty to go back under him.
And Jeff Gordon has the lead. Southern 500. And look, Ward Burton is gaining on Earnhardt. A crash.
Backstretch crash as Joe Nemechek in trouble. Sliding across the racetrack. Everybody else avoids.
Caution is out.
Well, this will take the gas mileage suspense away.
Yep, sure will. There is Jeff Gordon.
Now then, Earnhardt, he might be able to come in, adjust his car, and if it is loose, tighten it up. This might be a break for Dale Earnhardt.
And for Rusty, John Kernan said, you know, he was going to be very short on fuel, so won't be any problem now. Joe Nemechek was running in the 26th position. He was about 23 laps down already in the Burger King Chevrolet.
It's our 11th caution of the afternoon. It comes on lap 327.
Looks like he's another one of those guys that needs a dixie straw to put gas in with. Let's see if we can see what happened with our camera. Looks like he might have got a little bit of a tap. I don't know.
Little help from somebody. Brett Bodine, looks like.
Brett
hard
was
to
behind
say.
him. Yeah, it's hard to say if he made contact or not, but Brett was the car behind him.
Yeah, I'd hate to put blame on somebody from that shot, that's for sure. And here we're going in the pits, and here's John Kernan.
Well, Rusty Wallace is pitted down here near the entrance to pit road, and he will be among the first to come into his stall as we have a triple pit stop. The 24, 2, and 3, Gordon, Rusty Wallace, and Dale Earnhardt. It'll be a 4-tire change for Rusty Wallace and fuel. Rusty has told them make no chassis adjustments. Already the right side's finished. They're coming around to the left side. Let's go down to Jerry Punch. Here's what Dale Earnhardt said. He said, guys, I want 4 tires. Give me 4 good ones. As Wallace is out, Jeff Gordon also getting his pit service. Earnhardt said, I want 4 tires, guys. 26 cars down. Let's put Strickland down. Earnhardt left side tires. He is down and away, and Gordon will beat him, and Wallace and Earnhardt go shuffling toward turn 1. They finish what Earnhardt said. He said, guys, I want 4 tires. Give me 4 good ones. Clean the windshield and clean it well. Take the left front fender and don't touch anything else.
And here is the guy that is leading the race.
Hut Strickland.
Wow.
How about that? Well, we're counting down the laps. We're at 327. Man, it's just great.
And it isn't humid.
Yeah.
Unlike
right.
Darlington in Labor Day, it's not humid around here.
Cold front moved through, what, on Friday night, I guess, and dried things up, cooled it off, and it was just perfect yesterday for the Busch race, and we've had similar weather conditions here today. Here's an field summary before we get back to green. 12 cars on the lead lap. John Andretti is up front, not Hut Strickland, as we said earlier. John didn't pit then, eh?
He did not pit.
And Strickland did.
And he changed 2 tires.
Yeah, okay.
Now, Gordon, Earnhardt, Wallace, they changed 4 tires.
Right.
That'll probably make a difference with about, what, 37 laps to go?
Yeah. Well, it's still anybody's race. I wouldn't want to bet on Gordon, Rusty, Dale. Who knows? It could be Ricky Rudd or whatever.
Now, we pointed out that Rusty seemed to have had some problems on restarts a couple of times. Let's see how he does this time. There he is right behind Earnhardt.
He's put a little distance between himself and Earnhardt, trying to get a run to take away some of that disadvantage. It looked like it worked.
Yeah, had a good start there. Ready beats to get Musgrave first turn. Musgrave 13th, 1 lap down.
Jeff Gordon way up high.
Who's that squeezing in front of Earnhardt? No, that's the 12 car of Derek Cope.
Yep. By the way, Jeff Bodine is back in the race. There's Earnhardt passing by Ted Musgrave on the high side, and here comes Rusty. But up front, Hut Strickland is about to go to the lead, and he does. Jeff Gordon goes to second. John Andretti back to third. This is the first time this afternoon that Hut has led a lap.
He hasn't led a lap yet.
Well, that's true. He's got the lead, but he may not by the time he gets to the starting line.
Let's see, is Gordon going to get under him? Yes, he is. And Hutt still hasn't let a lap
He indeed is not.
And Earnhardt moves by Andretti into third place.
Well, where's Rusty? There he comes. Out of that massive traffic.
Jerry has more on Dale Earnhardt.
Guys, a good research. This is vintage Earnhardt. Less than 40 laps to go at Darlington, a slick racetrack. You can tell when he gets on a mission, he begins to move up on the steering wheel. He reaches up and grabs two big handfuls of steering wheel, and it's like Busch Clash all over again. Watch him. They said this is going to be something to see.
He's closing in on Hutt Strickland for second place, and there's a big gaggle of cars behind him. Here comes Rudd and Ward Burton to the inside of John Andretti, and now Bobby Labonte and Lake Speed will try to get by.
And Mike Walker, all those cars in the lead lap. It's an offer position. And Michael's on the inside of Speed. Looks like he's going to take that spot away. And here goes Earnhardt by Hutt Strickland now. It's 24 in front, Earnhardt in second.
Second position for Dale Earnhardt, and now he sets his sights on Jeff Gordon for the lead. 32 laps to go.
Ray Evernham better give him a nice, cool drink of water and moisten his mouth, because he's going to have to do a lot of cheerleading between now and into this race.
But Gordon has himself a fair lead, 1.4 seconds.
There's the on-track interval between first and second, and here comes Rusty to third to the inside of Hutt. So now it's Gordon, Earnhardt, and Wallace, 1, 2, 3. And there's a 1.3 second interval between first and second.
Now, after those 10 laps, we'll see what the interval is.
Coming up on 30 laps to go in the Mountain Dew Southern 500 IndyCar racing coming up at the conclusion of this Race Day America.
Earnhardt slipped a little bit off going off turn 4.
Well, the interval is closed between him and Rusty. There's Rudd, who is fifth.
Gary Cope 4 laps down in the main and tail car. There he is. He will move over.
Let Ward Burton go by.
Jeff Gordon pulling away from Earnhardt.
Is he?
By a little bit, yep.
Ward Burton closing on the back of Ricky Rudd. That will be for 5th place. Let's go back to the lead and see what's happening. Battle for 2nd place. Rusty Wallace has caught Earnhardt. He's got to run.
Once again, the two are running together on the racetrack, this time at a much higher speed than last Saturday night at Bristol. And Earnhardt is holding up Wallace as the crowd is going bananas. Uh-oh, look out, he bumped him.
And the fans do love it. Makes for fun television, too.
Earnhardt goes up the hill. Here comes Rusty.
Rusty's got to run off the corner. Down the back stretch they go. He's side by side. Now he pulls ahead, and Rusty Wallace is second.
Now, can Earnhardt make that famous move? Yeah, there he is.
Gonna
Going
try
right
it.
on back around him. Oh, man, look at him.
Oh!
Rusty, you got to slow that thing down when you take her into that corner ahead of him. But it's hard to do because he had to run so fast to get on by him getting into the corner. Earnhardt knew he was going to drift up. Here he comes again.
He may do the same thing this time. Indeed, off the corner, side by side with Earnhardt.
All right, let's see if he can do it again.
He takes the position into the corner. Now
Rusty slowed down that time. Yeah, he slowed down that time. Made Earnhardt jam the brakes on him. Said, you don't pull that trick on me 2 laps in a row.
While all this is happening, Jeff Gordon continues to lead.
Now they're running across some slow cars, and Earnhardt extremely high. Did he touch the wall?
Looks like it. Yep. According to our chief spotter, Kevin Clark, he touched the wall.
I know he was awfully close to it. I don't see smoke coming from fenders on tires. And Earnhardt isn't running like he did.
You know, there's a lot of cars right behind him. Gordon is pulled away by about 4 seconds while all of that was going on. He was already stretching the lead, but there's a lot of cars right behind these two. Bobby Hillin is a lap car in between them, but there's a number of cars there. Ricky Rudd, Ward Burton, and Hut Strickland, several others that are trying to get up there.
Did he touch the wall? He got up awful high.
No, he did
nope,
not.
He did not. No.
Why, he missed that thing to 3 feet.
Well, he did.
But I tell you one thing, he's giving Rusty Wallace all he needs right now. They're second. Rusty Wallace. Third is Earnhardt. The green car, Hut Strickland, is the 4th place car.
Then Rudd, Burton, Ward, Bobby Labonte, Michael Waltrip, Blake Speed, John Andretti, Sterling Marlin, and Morgan Shepherd are the cars on the lead lap.
Here's where Earnhardt was able to outrun Rusty Wallace. It appears that time he could not duck under him.
Apparently some complaints that the 4 cars leaking some fluid out there, water probably. That's Marlin who's running 11. Here's the interval leaderboard, 4.2 seconds between first and second. You can see how close Wallace and Earnhardt are. Then Strickland back 5.1 and Rudd 5.3 back of Jeff Gordon. There's how much of a lead Jeff Gordon has. 345 laps completed, 22 to go.
Man. I'll tell you what.
Here's Marlin. We can see if he's losing something over there on the right side.
There is some water coming out the overflow on the Kodak Film Chevrolet. Earnhardt took a look.
Almost mounted a challenge. Comes right up on Rusty's back bumper. We're watching from the roof cam of Dale Earnhardt.
Kenny Schrader still out there. Man, you got to be bored by now.
I'm telling you.
But he's moved up to 24th place. He's 18 laps down, but that.
If he had dropped out of a race when he crashed, he would probably be back in 42nd. As it is, he stays out there all day, and now is 24th. And there's a lot of points between 24th and 42nd.
Yes. Kyle Petty has been getting a white flag for the last 3 or 4 laps, and we understand that they've picked up his scorecard now. I don't know what the problem is. Kyle, of course, was one day was involved in a wreck earlier, has a lot of damage to his Coors Light Pontiac.
He was 23rd, 17 laps down when the black flag came out. Less than 20 laps to go now. Can Dale Earnhardt and Rusty Wallace catch Jeff Gordon? We'll be right back. Who's going to win this thing? They cheer the restart on lap 359.
Michael Waltrip, the first car, the yellow Pinto car, the first car that has fresh tires. Here he comes on the inside of Hut Strickland.
Trying to take over 5th position. Michael Waltrip at the end of the backstretch. It's there. Michael Waltrip goes to 5th. A good run for Michael here this afternoon.
Those fresh tires are going to help him.
Raise your hand up.
Well, okay. The spotter thinks he's got a chance.
Here's Rudd to the inside of Morgan Shepherd and Blake Speed, and Shepherd touch, and Speed saves it.
And Blake Speed and Morgan both say did a great job by both those drivers not to crash. But they did lose many positions.
Yes, they did. Bobby Labonte and Sterling Marlin able to get by.
And those were some drivers who Morgan and Blake had made pit stops for fresh tires.
7 laps to go.
Right now, Jeff Gordon has about a 15-20 car length advantage on Dale Earnhardt.
And Michael Waltrip has caught the 22 car of Ward Burton as we watch this action back here as Bobby Labonte goes by John Andretti.
That puts Andretti back to 9th and moves Bobby up to 8th.
Here we go. There's our leaders. There's Jeff Gordon. And we'll see that Earnhardt is not. There's Earnhardt and Rusty Wallace. We'll see that Michael Waltrip has caught Ward Burton.
Yeah, he's just all over him coming off of turn 2.
We got 2 Pontiacs in the top 5.
5 to go, says Doug Petrucci for the 30 car.
2 Pontiacs in the top 5, 2 Chevys, and Rusty Wallace's Ford.
There's the leader. Laps are winding down, and there's Earnhardt and Wallace.
Still running together on the racetrack. And Rusty has the challenge mounted, coming out of 2 down the backstretch.
Man, that is so close.
Earnhardt hangs on to runner-up spot.
Rusty's trying to back up right now to get him a run down the front straightaway. He's trying, but Earnhardt comes down to block that. He's hoping he'll run Earnhardt in the corner a little too hard. Where is the corner?
Boy, look at the glare that these guys get.
Well, there's the backstretch. Man, you just can't see front number 1 corner.
Nope, all the way through 1 and 2, you're blinded by the light.
Michael Walker still hasn't been able to do anything with Ward Burton. As a matter of fact, Ward's pulled away by about 3 or 4 car lengths now.
Good to see that Jeff Gordon's still up there. Let's watch show this glare one more time.
Boy, you can't see anything going in there. No wonder we've had wrecks down there.
They need to build grandstands down in turn 1 and 2 all the way around that grandstand to block the sun. 3 laps to go.
Just a little over 2, as a matter of fact, as Jeff approaches turn number 3 and number 4.
Comes up on Jimmy Spencer. Spencer moves out of the way.
Now Earnhardt, is he closing up? He's closing up on the back of Jeff Gordon.
Well, I think Jeff had to maybe slow a little bit when he came up on Spencer there to not get himself in any kind of position.
2 laps to go. Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt, and Rusty Wallace are at it tooth and nail for the honor of being the champion of the 46th Southern 500.
And there's slow cars up there. It depends on how Jeff Gordon catches those cars. There's Rick Mast.
Here's a change for position. Ricky Rudd goes to 6th. The white flag is being shown. 1 more lap to go. Who is going to win it at Darlington?
And Rick Mast moves over and lets Jeff Gordon go by. Now, sorry, Bob.
I was going to say Jeff Gordon has Terry Labonte way up ahead of him. They come into turn number 3.
But you know Terry Labonte will get out of his way if he comes into play because he's a teammate.
Jeff Gordon looking good here in turn 4. The battle is for 2nd place between Earnhardt and Wallace. Gordon wins. Earnhardt finishes 2nd. Rusty is 3rd. Chevrolet clinches the Manufacturers Championship. Jeff wins his 6th of the year, his 8th of his career, his 7th Super Speedway win. He steps another inch toward that NASCAR Winston Cup championship.
No, this might have been a foot. This might have been a foot. This is a great, great victory for Jeff Gordon and the DuPont crew.
Sterling Marlin finished in 10th position. Unfortunately, we've gone way over. We're not going to be able to bring you a winner interview. However, we will tape an interview and look at the salute that Earnhardt and Rusty Wallace are showing each other as they come in after the race. We won't be able to bring you a live interview. We will tape it and drop it in the IndyCar race or on RPM tonight. Its premiere at 8 o'clock. On ESPN2. Jeff Gordon is the winner of this race, and it was a great one to start off Race Day America, and there is a lot more to come here on ESPN. We're going to wait for the final results here before we switch out live to Vancouver and the IndyCar race.
And Jeff Gordon, what did he survive today? At least 1 spin out and almost another crash coming off turn 4.
He dodged at least 2 major bullets and moved up through the field and took home the winner's trophy of the Southern 500. Here are the unofficial results. 12 cars were on the lead lap. John Andretti, the pole sitter, sent back to 12th at the end of the race. There will be no bonus pay to any driver this year. There were 4 different winners in the crown jewel races on the NASCAR Winston Cup Series.
South Carolina, and Jeff Gordon has got win number 6 here in 1995. The first person to greet him coming out of the car, Governor David Beasley here of South Carolina, gives him a high five. And let me get over here, try to weed our way through by the governor. And Jeff, congratulations on an outstanding effort.
Thank you, Jerry. This, I tell you, I'm about ready to come into tears here. This is a big win for us. Hey, man, Chevrolet Manufacturers Championship, yes. I tell you, this team was championship caliber today, that's for sure. You know, we had to come back from a lot of things. We had to fight. And, you know, I've never really been in a battle with Earnhardt and Rusty and them towards the end, and that was a great accomplishment for me and this team. But, you know, the car was not that good at the beginning of the race, and, man, they just kept working. We were a championship caliber team today, and I'm real proud of this DuPont Chevrolet and this whole group of Rainbow Warriors, man. I got to thank them. Got to thank Coca-Cola. Goodyear Tires had great tires today. Obviously, Valvoline, we couldn't have made it without them, so I want to thank everybody to supporting this Hendrick Motorsports team. This is awesome.
Jeff, you dodged bullets twice today. You cut right rear tires 2 times. He gets a big hug from Brooke Gordon, his wife. Twice today you had to come back from close calls when cutting right rear tires. That's
Darlington, man. We found out what it was like to survive this place. And, you know, I told everybody, and everybody's been telling me, you know, if you can just survive, if you can be there, you can be in contention. And, you know, I didn't believe it. I mean, we had to fight from so many things. I never thought once we got behind, even when we were running second or third, I said, man, we just don't have the car for them today, guys. But that just shows you, you know, the caliber of communication on this team, man. It's awesome. I tell you, Darlington victory in my record book is #1, buddy. That's great.
45th Southern 500 is history, and Jeff Gordon has finally survived Darlington after all those troubles dating way back to 1993.
And he becomes the 27th different winner of the Mountain Dew Southern 500. The quest for the Cup standings. Jeff Gordon increases his lead to 217 over Sterling Marlin. Dale Earnhardt moves to third, 294 behind. Then Mark Martin, 396, and Ted Musgrave is 474 behind. Don't forget NASCAR truck racing on the Deuce this coming Thursday. Our next NASCAR Winston Cup telecast will be from Martinsville, Virginia on September 24th. For Ned Jarrett, Benny Parsons, John Kernan, Jerry Punch, and Bill Weber, I'm Bob Jenkins. Thanks for joining us. So long, everyone.